நண்பர்களே வணக்கம். சமீபத்தில் நான் சென்ற மாதம் உடுப்பி யாத்திரை மேற்கொண்டேன். அந்த யாத்திரை எதற்காகவென்றால், நான் ஸ்ரீமத் பகவத்கீதை ஸ்லோகங்கள் எழுதிய புத்தகத்தை உடுப்பி ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணருக்கு சமர்ப்பணம் செய்யவே ஆகும். தற்போது 2024, 2026 2 வருட பர்யாய முறையில் உடுப்பி ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணரை பூஜிக்க புத்திகேய மடம் அஷ்டமடங்களின் வரிசையில் உரிமை பெற்றுள்ளது. புத்திகேய மடம் 2024 சங்கராந்தி தினத்தன்று நடக்கும் பர்யாய விழாவில் தேர்ந்தெடுத்து பொறுப்புகளை பெறும் முன்னரே அந்த மடத்தின் சுவாமிகள் ஸ்ரீ சுகுணேந்திர தீர்த்தர் தான் சந்நியாசம் பெற்று 50 வருடங்கள் முடிந்த நிலையில் அதன் பொருட்டு கோட்டி கீதா லிகித யஜ்ஞம் என்ற யஜ்ஞத்தை ஆரம்பித்து அவருடைய இந்த 2 வருட காலங்களிலும் தொடர்ந்து நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. இந்த யஜ்ஞத்தில் நாம் பங்கு பெற ஒரு சிறிய தொகையை ஜிபே மூலம் மடத்திற்கு அனுப்பினால் கீதை ஸ்லோகங்கள் எழுதுவதற்கு ஒரு புத்தகமும், அதனுடன் நாம் விரும்பும் மொழியில் பகவத்கீதா ஸ்லோக புத்தகமும் ஒரு எந்திரமும் கையில் கட்டி கொண்டு எழுத கொரியர் மூலம் நமக்கு அனுப்பி வைக்கிறார்கள். அந்த புத்தகத்தை நாம் எழுதி முடித்து நேரடியாகவோ தபால் மூலமாகவோ நாம் ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ண மடத்திற்கு அனுப்பி வைத்தால் ஸ்ரீ சுவாமிகள் அந்த புத்தகத்தை உடுப்பி ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணரின் பாதங்களில் சமர்ப்பித்து மங்களாரத்தி, அதாவது தீபாராதனை செய்து நமக்கு பலமந்திராட்சதையும் அருள்கிறார்கள். இத்தகைய புனிதமான சேவையை நான் மேற்கொண்டு அந்த புத்தகத்தில் ஸ்ரீமத் பகவத்கீதா ஸ்லோகங்கள் 700ஐயும் 2 முறை எழுதி மீதமுள்ள காலி இடத்தில் ஸ்ரீ விஷ்ணு சஹஸ்ரநாமத்தையும் எழுதி ஸ்ரீ சுவாமிகளிடம் சமர்ப்பித்து பலமந்திராட்சதையும் ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணரின் ஆசிகளையும் ஸ்ரீ சுவாமிகள் மூலம் பெற்று வந்தேன். ஸ்ரீமத் பகவத்கீதையிலிருந்து ஒரு அத்தியாயமாவது நித்தியம் பக்தியுடன் படிப்பவன் ருத்ரலோகத்தில் உள்ள கணங்களில் ஒருவனாகி நீண்ட காலம் வாழ்வான் என்கிறது பல புராணங்களும் நூல்களும். விடாது கீதா அபியாசம் செய்பவன் சிறந்த முக்தி பெறுவான். கீதை என உச்சரித்து கொண்டே உயிர் துறப்பவன் வீடு பேறு அடைவான். பெரும் பாவம் செய்தவனும் கீதா ஞானத்தை அறிந்து கொள்வதில் ஆர்வம் கொண்டவனாயின் அவன் வைகுண்டம் சென்று ஸ்ரீ விஷ்ணுவை தரிசித்து பேரானந்தம் பெறுவான். நண்பர்களே, நாம் நம் பக்தி சிந்தனா சேனலின் மூலம் ஸ்ரீமத் பகவத்கீதா எ விஷன் என்ற தலைப்பில் சாப்டர் 1 அர்ஜுன விஷாத யோகம், சாப்டர் 2 சாங்கிய யோகம் ஆகியவற்றில் உள்ள ஸ்லோகங்களை முடித்து கர்மயோகத்தில் 30 ஸ்லோகங்கள் வரை படித்து அறிந்திருக்கிறோம் அல்லவா? நாம் தற்போது வீடியோ எண் 94 மூலம் கர்மயோகத்தில் உள்ள 31வது ஸ்லோகத்திலிருந்து 43 ஸ்லோகங்கள் வரை காண்போம் வாரீர். கர்மயோகம் சாப்டர் 3 ஸ்லோகம் எண் 331. ஸ்ரீ பகவான் உவாச்ச ஏ மே மதமிதம் நித்யம் அனுதிஷ்டந்தி மானவாக ஸ்ரத்தாவந்தோஸ்ன சூயந்தோ முச்சியந்தே தேஸ்வி கர்மபிகி. எனது இந்த கொள்கையை எந்த மனிதர்கள் ஸ்ரத்தையோடும் சந்தேகப்படாமலும் கடைபிடிக்கிறார்களோ அவர்கள் கூட கர்மத்திலிருந்து விடுபடுகிறார்கள். Sri Bhagavan speaks. Those who follow this statement with Shraddha and also without having any jealousy will also be relieved from their previous janmas, papas, etc. A man who doesn't know the way to some village keeps Vishwasha, that is respect on others' directions, and follow them. Because of such a behavior, he will reach the village. As such, an ignorant man who doesn't know anything, if follow the path of jnanis with Shraddha, will also be relieved from his previous births, papas. Shraddha means great mentality, putting continuous efforts in the work taken, giving respect to all, showing Viswasa, etc. Guru Bhakti is a Shraddha towards Guru. Having Shraddha on Sri Bhagavad Gita is praising the words of Sri Bhagavan, which are understood, and showing Viswasa towards other parts also which are not understood. While giving something to poor people, it should be given with Shraddha. One should think that what we give to others should be accepted by them, and it should also be useful to them, and this thinking is called Shraddha. If anything which can't be achieved is achieved by somebody, success of the third person can't be digested by somebody, and that mentality is called jealousy. This jealous attitude will destroy one's greatness. So the attitude of anyone who feels happy on seeing the development of others will automatically lead to development in his status. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Subhadesha. Some people who have Vidya Garva, that is having Ahankara that they know everything, talks about Mooda Bhakti, that is not a real Bhakti, and with his misguiding words. But a true Bhakta sees Sri Iswara in everything which comes to him. Even though that Bhakta followed the wrong ways, there is no Badaka, that is problem. Sri Iswara knows what is his requirement. Finally, Sri Iswara makes all his Bhaktas Manobhishtas requirements fulfilled. For a question, is anything there instead of following everything with Shraddha? An answer comes from Sri Bhagavan in the next sloka. Slokam எண் 332. Sri Bhagavan uvacha ye dveta தப்யசூயந்தோ நானுதிஷ்டந்தி மே மதம் சர்வஜான விமூட்டான்ஸ்தான் வித்தி நஷ்டான சேதசக. எனது இந்த கொள்கையை யார் இகழ்ந்து கடைபிடிப்பதில்லையோ அவர்கள் எவ்வித ஞானமும் விவேகமும் இல்லாத மூடர்களாகி பிறவிக்கடலில் மீண்டும் மீண்டும் மூழ்கி எழுபவர்கள் என்று அறிக. Sri Bhagavan speaks, those who do not follow this tattva by insulting it, they are the people who do not have any jnana and viveka and treat those moodas, that is without having any wisdom, as nashtan, that is losers of everything in their life and not useful for anything. If we keep the fingers in Agni, the fingers will burn. If we use the same Agni properly, we can cook food. Those who do not know this are nashtans, that is suffering losses. As such, those who do not follow the Atma Tattvas and live their life as per these Tattvas are facing many losses and sufferings. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's Upadesha. A cat, when catching its younger ones, it will not harm them. But if it catches a mouse, the mouse will die. As the Maya though makes others suffer, it will never affect the Bhaktas forever. A truth that about Jnanis and Ajnanis is explained in the next sloka. Slokam எண் 333. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्याः प्रकृतेर्ज्ञानवानपि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि निग्रहः किं करिष्यति. ஞானியும் தன் குணத்துக்கு தக்கபடி நடக்கிறான். உயிர்கள் அவ்வகைகளின் தன்மையை பின்பற்றுகின்றன. அவற்றை தடை செய்வதால் ஆவது என்ன? ஸ்ரீ பகவான் ஸ்பீக்ஸ். Jnani also lives as per his inbuilt nature. All living organisms also follow its original nature. If we interrupt its activities, what is the use of it? Plants grow as per its nature. Some plants grow higher and some grow wider in earth, etc. As per its nature, the fruits of some plants are sweet and some are bitter, etc. If we interrupt its nature, it is deemed to have stopped its growth. So it is always better to make them grow as per its nature. Even qualities of jnanis also differ. One muni follow antarmukha drishti, while the other one follows bagirmukha drishti. And in this, through indriyas, they treat everything as God. One jnani is interested in bhakti and the other one gets vishranti, that is peace in jnana vichara. Though all these qualities differ from one to other, the aim of sadhakas is one and the same. So jnani's development is only based on their nature. Pamaras, that is ordinary humans who are tied up in prakriti, are based on the karmas done by them in many of their previous janmas. So interrupting their nature is equal to destruction of their growth in life. It is better to make them do their karma as per their nature instead of restricting their growth. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's Upadesha. A man came to Sri Ramakrishna and told that he is not able to think of God, and also asked his advices for development in his life. Sri Ramakrishna asked him, "Is there anybody you liked very much?" For that he replied that he likes nobody but a little young goat. Then Sri Ramakrishna asked him to treat that goat itself as God and divert his dhyana towards it. Then he followed his advice and God developed in his life. But each living organism has its own nature. Humans also follow their nature, and there is no necessity for him to use his swaya prayatana or purushakara. There is no meaning also for shastras to order do this, don't do that, etc. This question may also arise in this circumstance. For that answer comes from Sri Bhagavan in the next sloka. Slokam எண் 334. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Indriyasyendrayasyarthe ragadvesho vyavastito tayorna vasamagacchete chetau hyasya paripantinau. இந்திரியங்களுக்கு விஷயங்களில் விருப்பு வெறுப்பு உண்டு. அவைகளுக்கு வசப்படக்கூடாது. அவைகளே அவனுக்கு பகைவர்கள். Sri Bhagavan speaks. For Indriyas there are ragas and dveshas, that is likes and dislikes in worldly life. So humans should not get attached to those Indriyas. Indriyas are the only chatrus to humans. For this, many differences in natures of living organisms. A main reason is there which is explained here. Due to taratamya, that is differences of three qualities, this prapancha emerged. As such, while panchendriyas go in worldly vishayas, there are many likes and dislikes, and due to its taratamya, and that is differences, the nature of humans also gets separated in numerous forms. Take an example of jasmine flower. The fragrance of this flower is not liked by some people, as it may create headache to somebody, and due to its nature of making somebody to go in wrong ways, etc. Though young women likes to buy this flower, it creates aversion in the minds of some other people. But some others may like this flower because it can be used for functions, aradhana of ambige, etc. Like this, likes and dislikes are formed through indriyas, and its collection is the nature of each jivan. If humans change these likes and dislikes, then there is a place for swaya prayatna and shastras. A man can't change these likes and dislikes within a Shana, that is minute. By taking away his likes and dislikes from Indriyas, keeping these likes and dislikes in Sarvesvara, these may not become Chatrus. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Upadesha. When questioned as to when this karma and kama and krota can be destructed, Sri Paramahamsa answers as below. Till such time these asapasas are there in worldly vishayas, they are chatrus, that is enemies. If they are changed to Isvara vishaya, they are becoming useful to humans because they take him to Isvara. So humans have to change all these asapasas of worldly vishayas into Isvara vishayas. Likewise, the krota towards these worldly people also is to be changed towards Sri Isvara. He should show his anger towards God, that why still God's darshan is not attained by him, etc. So divert all this kama krota towards Sri Isvara, as these cannot be destructed, but it can be diverted into good and right ways. Further, how likes and dislikes destruct human life? Explanation comes in the next sloka. श्लोकं यन् श्रीभगवान् उवाच श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वधर्मे निधनं श्रेयः परधर्मो भयावகः. நன்கு செய்யப்படும் பிறருடைய தர்மத்தை விட குணமற்ற தனது தர்மம் சிறந்தது, தனது தர்மத்தில் இறப்பது சிறந்தது, பிறர் தர்மம் அச்சம் தருவதாகும். Sri Bhagavan speaks, it is better to make dharma karma on its own, that is for self, than in making paradharma well done for others. It is also better to die in swadharma, as paradharma always creates fear. It is a human nature of showing likes on objects which gives sadness, etc. Arjuna's training from his younger age is only for doing war. He felt very happy in that training also, that is his swadharma. As taking up this dharma yuddha will result in killing of acharyas and grandfathers, etc., he is not interested in swadharma, and hence he showed aversion in that action. Instead, he liked to take up nishtha in the forest, taking up food from others, etc., which are called paradharma. If anyone neglects his karma due to dislikes or fear, there is no use from it. Taking up paradharma with a hope of getting happy life is also not good. Only aim of the man's life should be to strengthen the mind for maturity. Based on likes and dislikes, changing the karma is the unsteady mental status. Even in circumstances of giving away life also, one should not run away from his karma. That is the required action of brave man. One who is changing his karma due to fear is always dying every moment. How such a man could attain higher position without getting distracted? Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Upadesha. A farmer is not bothered even if there is no rain continuously for 12 years. He will continue to use his land by making grow some grains. But a new man who enters into cultivation in a land will get afraid even if there is no rain for 1 year. As such, even if one who is doing bhakti in his entire oil is not getting Isvara Darshana, he is not getting any mental slackness. Though Sri Bhagavan answered specifically for a question, what is the main reason for all such sorrows in chapter 2, sloka number 69 and chapter 3, sloka number 34, in order to get the answer openly from Sri Bhagavan, Sri Arjuna asked a question here in the next sloka. Slokam N 336. Sri Arjuna Vacha Atakena Pratyoksyam प्रयुक्तोऽस्यं पावं सरति पूरुषः अनिच्छन्न विवार्ष्णेय बलादिव नियोजितः. உடனே அர்ஜுனன், விருஷ்ணி குலத்தவரே, மனிதன் விருப்பமில்லாதிருந்தும் பலவந்தமாய் ஏவப்பட்டவனாய் எதனால் தூண்டப்பட்டு பாவம் செய்கிறான் என்று பகவான் ஸ்ரீகிருஷ்ணனை கேட்டான். ஸ்ரீ அர்ஜுனோவாச்ச. Sri Arjuna speaks, Hey Vrishni-vamsaha, that is belonging to Vrishni-vamsa parampara, though this Purusha, that is indicates himself, is not interested, is forced to take up war, why this Purusha is to be voluntarily pushed for making all these papas? What is the reason? Here it shows that still Arjuna has not come out of his mental confusion even after hearing Sri Bhagavan's thousands of advices. Slokam N 337. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha काम एष क्रोध एष रजो गुणसमुद्भवः மகாசுனோ மகாபாப்மா வித்யேன மிக வைரினம். ஸ்ரீ பகவான் அதற்கு ரஜோகுணத்து தோன்றிய இக்காமமே இக்ரோதமே எதையும் உண்ணக்கூடியது, இது பெரும் பாவமுடையது. இங்கே இதை விரோதி என்று அறிக. Sri Bhagavan speaks, this Kama, Krodha, emerging from Rajoguna eats everything, that is follow all good natures of a man. This also creates Mahapapa, that is great papas. So here take it as an enemy and learn this aspect. Asa, that is likes, is becoming a Paramachatru for all these worldly people. When there is a hindrance in getting fulfilled all these asas, this becomes an anger. So Sri Bhagavan speaks about both Kama and Krodha at a time. This emerges from Rajoguna, that is Asuraguna. Further it creates growth in Rajoguna. Agni may eat whatever amount of wood given, and again it needs some wood. As such, for Kama also, whatever such related Vishyas are given, they eat everything and grow day by day. They eat Kama Vishyas to the extent it requires. When Asa increases, Papas also grow bigger. Whatever sorrows a man experiences is only out of asas. So asas are enemies for these worldly people. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Supadesha. Though for getting fulfilled all from Kama and asa for obtaining money, etc., these worldly people are getting ashamed as they have worldly affection, and they are not prepared to neglect such things and make dhyana on Sri Isvara, and they don't have strength for doing such right things in their life. In what way asa is an enemy? Explanation comes in the next sloka. श्लोकम् एण् 338 श्री भगवान् उवाच धूमेनावरियते वह्निर्यदादर्शो मलेन च यतोल्बेनावृतो கர்ப்பஸ்ததா தேனே தமாவிருத்தம். நெருப்பு புகையினாலும் கண்ணாடி அழுக்கினாலும் குழந்தை கருப்பையினாலும் மூடப்பட்டிருப்பது போல் ஞானம் ஆசையினால் மூடப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. ஸ்ரீ பகவான் ஸ்பீக்ஸ், as Agni is covered with smoke, mirror is covered with dirt, and a shishu, that is baby, is covered with garbhasthana, that is garbha sac in uterus. Jnana is covered with full of asas, that is likes. Atmaswarupa is covered with a screen of asas. Asa also based on 3 gunas is in 3 steps. Here Agni covered with smokes is taken as first example. This shows asa with sattva guna. When a small wind is blown on this smoke, this burns with Agni and smoke will disappear and Agni is visible now. As such, when a small wind of viveka is blown, this asa with sattva guna smoke will disappear and the fire of Atmaswarupa will glow. Second asa with rajoguna, a dirt formed on the mirror is hard to clean and some additional efforts are to be taken to clear this dirt. As such, this asa of rajoguna also can be taken away only with additional efforts. The third example is with tamoguna. The shishu can be taken away from garbhasthana only at the appropriate time, that is after the shishu is fully grown. As such, for taking away asa emerged from tamoguna, it requires appropriate time and efforts. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Supadesha, as cloud covers the sun, Maya also covers Sri Isvara. When clouds leave, the sun is seen. As such, when the clouds of Maya leaves, the sun of Sri Isvara will be seen. The asas explained in this sloka are detailed clearly in the next sloka. Slokam எண் 339 Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Avritam Jnanametena Jnanino Nityavairina Kamarupena Kaunteya Tushpurena Nalena Cha குந்தியின் மகனே, ஞானியின் நித்திய சத்ருவானது காம வடிவெடுத்ததும் நிரப்ப முடியாததும் போதும் எனாததும் ஆகிய தாசைகளை கொண்டு ஞானத்தை தோற்று விடுவதில்லை. ஸ்ரீ பகவான் உவாச்ச ஸ்ரீ பகவான் ஸ்பீக்ஸ், ஹே கௌந்தேயா, son of Kunti, becoming the nitya satru of jnani is formed as kamarupa, which need not be filled, and the one which can't say enough is all about asas which covers the jnana, that is jnana is covered with all these asas. Knowing very well that asa has become the chatru for all these worldly people, when an ajnani becomes a part of it, he is treating this as a good friend. Then after getting affected from such asas, he realized that these asas are hitachatru, but this experience is not standing for long. Again he is falling in the asas, but jnani's position is not like that. Whether a jnani is in asa or not, that is in both the situations he treats these asas as enemies. Hence asa has become a nitya satru for jnanis only. That asa will always become an enemy. Forms of asa is not 1 or 2. It takes forms as it likes. One can find out the various forms of asa taken by him in a day. So this is called kamarupa. We can't fill the broken pot with water. As such, we can't also fill all asas and bring into a conclusion. Asas will never ever decide Vishaya Sukhas as enough. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Supadesha. In a weighing balance towards whatever side of the objects are heavy, the center hand will go towards that side. As such, the mind filled with heavy weight of kama and dhana asas will go towards such heavy side and will go away from Sri Isvara with mental pressure. For a question, what is the place of stay for asas? An answer comes in the next sloka. श्लोकम् एण् 340 श्रीभगवानुवाच इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिरस्याधिष्ठानमुच्यते விமோகயத்யேஷ ஞானமாவிருத்திய தேகினம். இந்திரியங்களும் மனமும் புத்தியும் அவனுடைய இருப்பிடம் என்று கூறப்படுகின்றது. இவற்றால் இது ஞானத்தை மறைத்து மனிதனை மயக்குகிறது. ஸ்ரீ பகவான் ஸ்பீக்ஸ். இந்திரியாஸ், மைண்ட் அண்ட் புத்தி ஆர் த பிளேசஸ் ஆஃப் ஸ்டே ஃபார் ஆசாஸ். Due to the activities of these three, asas cover jnana and makes the man to lie in moha. When an enemy's place is known, then it will become easier for anyone to fight with him. As such, an enemy of asa lives in each one's mind. This asa takes all indriyas, mind and buddhi as ayudas. What all eyes see are for increasing the kamas. Likewise, ears and other indriyas also work for growth of this kama. All feelings, sankalpas emerging from mind also work for bringing kama. Now the activities of taking decision, using knowledge, reading many books, making arguments, etc. are also done for fulfillment of their asas. So the above activities which are meant for Atma are now acted towards fulfillment of asas. So sad. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Supadesha. A buddhi of a man when goes towards wrong ways is like a Brahmana lived in the group of Nichas, that is those who always do wrong things, and a Ganavan, that is a strong man lived in a congested place in a big city. For a question how to win over these asas, an answer comes in the next sloka. ஸ்லோகம் எண் 341 ஸ்ரீ பகவான் உவாச்ச தஸ்மாத்வம் இந்திரியான் யாத்தோ நியம்ய பரதர்ஷபக பாப்மானம் பிரஜஹிஹேனம் ஞான விஜான நாசனம். பரத வம்சத்து வீரனை ஆகையால் நீ முதலில் இந்திரியங்களை அடக்கி ஞானத்தையும் விஜானத்தையும் அழிக்கின்ற பாவ வடிவாம் ஆசையை அறவே ஒழித்துவிடு. Sri Bhagavan speaks. So, hey Bharadarshapaka, Bharadavamsas Prajaha, first you make all indriyas to come under the control and then relieve from the one which destroys jnana vijnana and a form of papa that is asa and completely destroy these asas. Firstly, if you bring all indriyas under your control, then there is no place for asas to stay. So in this action, the strength of the enemy gets reduced. After that, it becomes easier to win over these asas. It is said that wisdom obtained through books has become jnana and suvanubhava, that is self-experience, becomes vijnana. Asa has the quality of destroying these two methods. As discovered the Atma Swarupa as a screen, this asa has become Prapa Swarupa. Winning such a kind of asas is a Veera's brave man's achievement. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Supadesha. What is Maya? A kama which obstructs Atmiga Abhivritti, that is Atma's development, is called Maya. So a question may arise, in which place is sadhaka has to stand for destroying these asas, for which an answer comes in the next sloka. ஸ்லோகம் எண் 342 ஸ்ரீ பகவான் உவாச்ச இந்திரியாணி பிராண்யா பராண்யா ஹுரீந்திரியேப்ய பரம் மனக மனசஸ்து பரா புத்திரியோ புத்தே பரதஸ்து சக. இந்திரியங்கள் மேலானவைகள் என்று சொல்கிறார்கள். இந்திரியங்களை விட மனம் மேலானது, ஆனால் மனத்தை விட புத்தி உயர்ந்தது, ஆனால் புத்தியை விட உயர்ந்தது ஆத்மா. Sri Bhagavan speaks. Indriyas are bigger than body. Mind is little bigger than these indriyas. Buddhi is still bigger than mind. Atma is the biggest of all and even bigger than buddhi. Sukshma sarira is greater than stula sarira. We have 5 indriyas. These indriyas are bigger than this body, as these indriyas work in wider sense than this body. Mind is smarter than indriyas. Then this has sense to feel everything. It is in sankalpa vikalpa form. The work of mind is greater than the work of indriyas. Buddhi is greater than the mind. Mind has oscillation, but buddhi confirms the truth. So buddhi is greater than this. Deha or atma is far beyond the buddhi. Asas, by holding mind etc., is covering as screen to the Atma Swarupa. In a fruit, when you go from outer skin to the inner pulp, then only you will get the sweetness of the pulp. As such, from Deha, Indriyas, mind and buddhi, we attain Atma Swarupa. Asa becomes stronger when it goes towards the inner parts. Asas on Indriyas will go to body. A dusty wind, lightning, thunderstorm etc. makes the body dirty. Eyes and ears are saved to some extent. If eyes infected are not corrected, then it will affect the brain. Even eyes infected may be moved. In order to get more wisdom, the man gets more tolerance power. Asa or buddhi removes asa on mind. As such, when it goes towards thinner parts, asas are getting stronger. Asa in buddhi is also creating bandhas. So how to cut the asas from this buddhi? Answer comes in the next sloka. ஸ்லோகம் எண் 343 ஸ்ரீ பகவான் உவாச்ச ஏவம் புத்தே பரம் புத்வா சமஸ்தப்யாத்மானமாத்மனா ஜகி சத்ரும் மகாபாகோ காமரூபம் துராசதம். பெரிய கைகளை உடையவனே, இப்படி புத்தியிலும் மேலான ஆத்மாவில் இந்திரியங்களை அடங்கி வெல்வதற்கு வெல்வதற்கு கடினமானதும் விழுங்கிவிடக்கூடியதுமாக பகையை அழைத்து விடுவாயாக. ஸ்ரீ பகவான் ஸ்பீக்ஸ், ஹே மகாபாகோ, one who has very big hands, as such from Atma which is bigger than Buddhi, control Atma and destroy the one, the Chatru, which is difficult to win and available in the form of Asa permanently. When Atma holds Indriyas, mind and Buddhi, there is widening of Jiva Bodha. This causes difficulty for a man, but people think this worldly life is filled with all happiness. But later they realize that every moment of happiness will lead to sorrow. But when Indriyas, mind, Buddhi, etc. go towards the Paramatma, the thirst for God's darshan makes a man relieved from Vishayasas, that is worldly Vishayas. Jiva Bodha getting reduced, Parabodha getting increased. Paramananda, that is great happiness, emerges. Then it will not become a sorrow. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Upadesa. A thief runs when he knows that somebody noticed him. As such, when you analyze and know about Maya Svabhava, it will vanish and runs from you. ఇది శ్రీమద్ భగవద్గీత సుపనిషత్సు బ్రహ్మ విద్యాయాం యోగ శాస్త్రే శ్రీ కృష్ణార్జున సంవాదే கர்மயோகோ நாம திருத்தியோத் அத்தியாயக சம்பூர்ணம். ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணார்ப்பணமஸ்து. நண்பர்களே, இந்த பகவத்கீதை ஸ்லோகங்களில் கூறிய யாவுமே ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ண பரமாத்மாவால் மக்களுக்கு உபதேசிக்கப்பட்டவையாகும். எனவே இந்த ஸ்லோகங்களை நிதமும் படித்து பகவான் ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணர் கூறியுள்ளபடி நாமும் நடந்து வாழ்க்கையில் வெற்றி பெறுவோமாக. ஸ்ரீ சுபமஸ்து. தேங்க்யூ ஆல்.